Hola futuros compañeros del Valhalla, bienvenidos un día más a mi canal, al canal de Rudex Norris, con Juego de Tronos, Game of Thrones, Canción de Hielo y Fuego, primera parte, como queráis llamarlo. Lo primero que voy a hacer va a ser meterme en mi inventario. Sí, amigo mío, ya va siendo hora de que... Hostia. No me acordaba de que tú... ¿Y si...? ¡No! ¿Puedo ponérselo a dos armas si no lo he hecho? ¿Soy retrasado? ¿Qué me pasa? Aquí tengo las cosas estas. Vamos a mirar a ver si me puedo poner algo más. Oh, yes, nigga. Creo que el que tengo yo es mejor. La que tengo yo es mucho mejor que esa. Ay, creo que estas son mejores. Sí, son mejores. No son aptas para la táctica de asesinato. No. Caguen. Entonces fuera. Hola, hostia. Pues nada, me tendré que quedar así. Y parece que guantes entonces tengo, pero no se da. No. Mírale, con la capucha. Por lo menos un poquito más de... no sé. Por aquí da igual, ¿no? Ah, que te da igual realmente si te pillan ya que... Vale. Ahora entiendo. La verdad es que se nota bastante, ¿eh? Esto de que hay una trampilla aquí, pero bueno. Madre mía con los tiempos de carga de este juego, madre mía. Te pasas aquí los días, macho. Vamos a ver si esta vez no me joden. La cosa es que no sé por qué me han dejado la capucha de sacerdote rojo y todo lo demás no. Pero mira, prefiero tener la capucha y a tomar por culo todo. Me gusta mucho la capucha, ¿qué quieres que te diga? Tenemos que ser sacerdotes rojos. Aunque seamos reyes. Oh, ¿tenemos que venir aquí? Ah, pues mira. Vamos de una en otra, ¿eh? ¡Uy, la negra! Ven aquí, chata. Ven aquí que te voy a dar lo tuyo. ¿Qué dicen esas? Claro, si él quiere, pero alguien tiene que hacerlo con él. ¡Ups! ¿Qué dicen? ¿Hablan esas furcias? La verdad es que... Bueno. Pero ¿cómo coño? Pero Alistair. Ay, Alistair. Pero una cañita al aire. Hazle caso, fóllatela. Anda.
Excellent. If there's anything I can do to lighten your worries.
Joder, tío, que te lo está pidiendo a gritos, tronco.
Just ask.
I certainly will, fair lady. Goodbye.
Vuelvo a hablar con ella, anda.
Yes, Sir Alistair. Is there anything
Que me la
else you
chupes.
want of me?
I'm looking for a certain Verlena. Is she one of the girls in this house?
Verlena is one of my most enchanting girls, and she is well
Joder,
educated.
educada.
She will be just impertinent enough to please you, my dear. I'm surprised that you know her.
I learned that she was, rather close to my brother.
Of course. I should have known. Gawain very much enjoyed Verlena's attentions. Would you care to
Sí, pero no para lo que tú piensas. Bueno, a lo mejor una mamada y ya de muy buena. Porque se ha ido el que iban. O sea, si no hay más.
I'll see what I can do.
Ay, Alistair. ¿Cómo te va a follarte a todas las furcias? Vamos a mirarlas. Es que si os dais cuenta, me gusta más la ropa que tienen ahora las furcias estas. Me parecen más provocativas que las que se ponen ahora Las putas de verdad, o sea, las prostitutas. Las mujeres de compañía. Ahora les tocas el culo diciendo, queréis un buen rato, chavalotes. Y uno te dice sí, te largas corriendo porque la broma te ha salido realmente mal. Mierda, he vuelto a perder. Tienes que estar haciendo trampas, lo sé, putilla tramposa. También me he puesto, señor, preferiría que jugase sin la túnica. Es el primer extraño. ¡Epa! ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¡Yeah! ¡Quítatelo todo! Dime que... No, no se va a quitar nada. Pues me quedo esto. ¡Hala! Yo robo aquí. Estoy viendo algo, cabrones. ¿Tú quién coño eres? Ha salido de la puta nada. Eso es que es un hijo puta. No estoy para gilipolleces. Como me toque los huevos te arranco el pescuezo con mi estoque, ¿eh? Y no estoy haciendo ninguna referencia a mi pene.
I realize that my impromptu intervention might have startled you, my lord, but pray do not take umbrage. The return
No es este el eunuco, no, ¿no?
not help but attract my attention, particularly when his return proves to be so.
Es que no estoy muy puesto con los nombres y todo esto, lo siento.
I won no honors in the war, just scars. But you have yet to introduce
Este tiene un...
Your modesty does you honor, my lord. You forged quite a name for yourself fighting for King Robert in his rebellion.
Pero que me lo digas.
I've not yet told you my name. I am Lord Varys.
Aún sigo... Es que no sé si es el... Lord Varys, es que me acuerdo que oí ese nombre mucho.
15 years ago, but perhaps you have heard of me?
Lord Varys. Oh yes, I know you. You were master of whispers to King Aerys Targaryen. I did not recognize you, disguised as you are. I remember a more elegant man.
Creo que sí es el eunuco.
Well, I am delighted
No sé.
to hear that. Let us simply say that I sometimes prefer
Que este solamente muestra lealtad a aquellos que se la merecen.
Already in the time of Aerys, it was said that you had eyes in every court in Westeros, and that you knew everything about everyone. We rebels called you the Spider. Some of our lords were wary of you. You made some
Pues puede que no
enemies
sea yo.
along the way.
Joder, yo ya estoy que no.
Alas, the people of the Seven Kingdoms have little affection for eunuchs.
Creo que sí es el eunuco, pero no
All
estoy
of
seguro.
those noble knights and grand
Eunuco, dice ser de aquel hombre que se le amputaron los testículos para hacer diferentes cosas. Algunos los contrataban para cantantes para conservar su voz de niño y otros simplemente para lealtad y que no tuviesen nada que ver con las damas. Es el eunuco.
Pardon my curiosity, Lord Varys, but I find it surprising to see a person of your ilk frequenting houses of ill repute.
El de los pajaritos.
Well, there are 1,000 little nothings to be learned in this sort of establishment. Whores make
Sí, la
men
verdad es que sí.
talkative, you
La verdad es que el hijo puta tiene una cabeza
And
increíble.
since King Robert was kind enough to keep me in my position, I have much to do here.
It would really surprise me if our meeting were purely chance.
Indeed, but my intentions are good.
La verdad es que de este me
Discuss
fío.
the Baratheon rebellion.
Quería hablar sobre la rebelión de Baratheon. Eso
The
recuerdo.
war is an unpleasant memory best left in the past, Lord Varys. I have changed since then, and I have become a red priest. I do not think it wise to awaken old ghosts.
Why such bitterness, my friend? You fought valiantly, and more importantly, you were on
Nadie es vencedor de una guerra.
You could have brought renown, fortune, and glory to your house, if you had so wished. And yet, when the time came to reap the benefits of your efforts, you turned away and left Westeros.
La verdad es que yo tampoco lo entiendo.
Understand why?
The rebellion was not nearly as noble as it is portrayed in the tales and songs. You yourself know that. It is one thing to face an armed enemy. It is quite another to attack those who are already vanquished.
Les mando a
Let us say
ejecutarle.
that the last orders that I received left a bad taste in my mouth. I prefer to go. I did not want glory won in that
Yo lo hubiera
manner.
hecho y después me hubiera
It was a
alargado.
courageous decision, sir. It is often easy to forget that it is our choice whether or not to obey.
La verdad que sí.
Perhaps it would interest you to learn that your old squire, VALHALLA, did not spurn the honors as you did. Lord Tywin Lannister covered him in gold and knighted him to reward him for his exploits and
Hijo de
his
puta.
unfailing loyalty.
For his unspeakable brutality, you mean to say? I had the opportunity to behold his work again in the square. Such a wild beast should not be left to roam free, much less granted a command. It is an invitation to disaster.
Have a care, my friend. Sir VALHALLA has become an important member of the court.
Ah,
He
sí.
is a faithful supporter of Queen Cersei's. And he could cause you great harm if you were to make him an
Que lo
enemy.
intente.
I strongly recommend that you avoid making such remarks in public.
I watched him grow in both size and ferociousness. I know what he is capable of better than anyone. No need to worry, though. I won't go provoking him without cause.
Bueno, eso ya veremos. Que te controla soy yo.
Now, I'm afraid that I must beg your
Oye,
leave.
¿qué pasa?
Please excuse me. I'm afraid that my little birds are always chirping and demanding
Pues
my
lárgate. A mí
attention.
déjame a mis anchas.
Make the most of your stay with Chatia. I hope
Ah,
to
dice
see
que,
you again
que es
soon.
mejor que se vaya él. Le he entendido que es mejor que me vaya, o sea, yo, que me vaya yo. Hijo de puta. ¿Qué hacías aquí, guarrillo? ¿En serio? ¿Un baño? ¿Has venido un puto burdel a un baño? Vale. Vamos a abrir casicas por aquí. Nuevo rastro nostálgico. ¿What? ¿Qué mierda es esa? A mí no me jodas. Te modelo recuerdos durante tu primer encuentro con Varys. Un punto de habilidad extra por nivel. ¡Oh! Que nos dan cositas mientras. Era obvio, ¿no? Lo que iba a hacer. Creo que sí. Vale, vale, vale. No, hemos conseguido un nuevo rasgo. Epa. Ah, bien, no me reflejo. Vale, de puta madre. Un pequeño fallo, pero bueno, vamos a mirar más cositas que no me gusta mucho eso. Oh, yoy. Me hace la boca agua. Oye, no te sobra una, no eres suficiente hombre para dos. Me dejas una tranquilamente. Yo con tal de folla sin pagar, macho, lo que sea. Excepto la violación. La violación nunca estaba bien. Jamás violéis, chicos. Jamás violéis. Ni lo penséis. Bueno, pensar. Mientras no hagáis nada, podéis pensar todo lo que queráis. ¡Hola! Me imagino a la tía ahí, mirando el fuego. De repente mira para un lado y estoy yo ahí, con cara del Springtrap. Vale, voy ya. ¡Hola, Falena! Con ese nombre no va... No tendría que tener mucha reputación,
Chatia said that I might find you here.
You are not mistaken.
Porque podrían equivocarse con una faena o algo así, No, no es ningún intento de chiste realmente. Es que los nombres realmente te hacen mensajes subliminales sin quererlo, sin que la gente lo quiera,
Slow down. I just want to speak.
Quieta para...
Oh, in that case.
Y dice, vale, eso cuesta más. Y dices, no, maldita
I
puta.
am Alistair, of House Sarwick. I imagine that means something to you.
Sarwick, by the maiden. You are from Gawain's family, are you not? Did he send you? How is he? When will he return?
Cómemela y me lo pienso, eso decírtelo. Parece que tiene mucho afecto aún. Eso no me lo esperaba.
You don't really expect me to be so naive as to think a whore truly loves her patron. Why are you so concerned for my brother?
My lord, I know the realities of my profession. Chatia treats us well, but in a few years I will be too old to draw men's eyes.
Mira, eso es verdad.
And what awaits me then? Begging or walking the docks? I wish for Lord Gawain to take me into his service. Not to marry him. I'm not that naive. But he has always been attentive and charming. He will make a good master. He and I have talked about this.
I understand your worries, but all of this does not tell me where he is. You recently sent him a love letter. You seem to be aware of his movements.
Yes, my lord. Lord Gawain told me he was going to River Spring in order to visit
Mentira.
his father. Lambert, his servant, would send me news. He told me that Lord Gawain planned to return to King's Landing shortly. So that he wouldn't forget to pay me a visit, I sent him a message.
He came here.
Yes, but my message was for naught. He came directly here soon after his arrival in town. He found out that the city.
La verdad es que aquí ponen a las putas como que están muy bien cuidadas. O sea, parece la mejor profesión lo de ser puta, tío. Fui yo quien limpió el polvo del viaje, ni siquiera.
Well thought. Knowing that the gold cloaks were likely watching the house, coming here was a good decision.
He was very nervous. He hardly spoke to me that night. I tried to ask him questions about the patricide rumors, but they only made him angry. The last thing he said was that he would go to the Red Keep, that the Crown would hear what he had to say, and that he had more than one card to play. He left at the first light of dawn. I have had no news since, and the gold cloaks continue to search for him. Something must have gone wrong. What do you plan to do, my lord? The city watchers searched for him in vain for days. Even Lord Varys does not know his whereabouts, and Lord Varys knows all.
You spoke of Gawain with the eunuch. Why? What did he want?
He asked me questions, my lord. Nearly the same ones you did. He said he wanted to help.
La verdad es que del eunuco me pienso que sí.
Why would the master of whisperers want to help a fugitive escape the
Porque si sabe, quien haya visto quien haya visto Juego de Tronos, la serie, sabrá que Lord Varys estaba con los Stark. No fervientemente, pero los intentaba ayudar todo lo posible.
Yes, I thought so. They came to search the Sarwick residence and are still looking for him. I will go to the Red Keep and see if I can find out more.
Y ahora a la fortaleza roja, me caguen.
This cloak belongs to Lord Gawain. He forgot it. Take it, please.
Muy bien.
It cannot hurt indeed. Thank you, young lady.
Que no.
I pray to the maiden to help you in your search. Find Gawain, my lord.
Pues ¿sabes lo que voy a hacer?
Bring him back safe and sound.
Voy a hacer que si me pongo la capa me...
But I appreciate the intention.
Supongo que se está ya quitando un poco de pruebas para dármelas a mí. Estoy pensando eso. Pero... No me dan... ¿No me dan el objeto? ¿Qué pasa? Oye. ¡Ah! Ajá. Ahora irán a por mí. Que sé cómo va esto, Juego de Tronos, que juego de mierda, que sé que van a ir a por mí teniendo esta capa, que lo sé yo. ¡Míralos, míralos! ¡Ah! ¡Anda! ¿Qué dice mierda?
You're accused of murder. Guards from the City Watch were killed in your home just today.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just arrived in King's Landing. Men died in my home? Do you have any leads?
You're quite confident, Sir Alistair, but your story isn't fooling anyone. Several witnesses saw you leave your home.
¿Por dónde? No, 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 ¿por dónde?
The King's justice concerns everyone, my lord, even people of your standing.
Que hay muchas putas, las putas son muy jodidas. Que tienen un cuchillico.
He will be stripped of his weapons and brought to the dungeons of the Red Keep. If he's
Anda,
found
mira,
guilty,
¿de dónde queremos ir?
allows him to choose his own punishment. He will either be sent to the wall to take the black, or be beheaded.
Now that's an amusing notion.
Hostia, a lo mejor...
To resist, my men are just outside, and they would eagerly welcome a chance to avenge their brothers in arms. A simple gesture from me, and this brothel will be left in ruins.
Joder, hijo de
Sir
puta.
Alistair, I pray, none of that here.
Que va... Sí, lo sé, tranquila.
Very well, officer. I'll follow you.
A lo mejor es lo que quiera el juego, ¿eh? A lo mejor el juego quería que pasase esto. O sea, que cuidado. A lo mejor me tengo que... Hostias, lo tiene todo quemado. ¿Qué haces, maldito puto loco? ¿Y para qué me dan la capa si después me lo quitan? Mira qué monstrenco. Qué jodido monstrenco soy, tú. Lo tiene quemado. Es que lo tiene todo quemado. Lord Varys.
Hello, Lord Sarwick.
Lo sabía.
Lord Varys?
Lo sabía.
These surroundings are not as pleasant as our last encounter. How has your stay been?
Long. I had expected a quick trial when the men of the City Watch came to arrest me. I was mistaken. You are the first person to come and visit me. Why is everything taking so long? What does the crown intend to do
Matarme.
with me?
My friend, I'm terribly sorry, but the crown has no desire to take care of you. After all, you attacked the gold
Pero,
cloaks.
a que os
And my
reviento.
brother?
Unfortunately, I know no more than you on that subject.
Hijo, tío, no
To
sirve para
what do
nada.
I owe the honor of your presence here, Varys? I never have visitors.
You see, the fact that you don't seem to care about yourself rather pleases me. Your escape will go unnoticed for quite some time.
You plan to help me escape from here? You?
Que sí, que es tomajo este.
What could you possibly gain from that?
The balance of the Seven Kingdoms is delicate, and I predict
Realmente este
more
tiene su
evil
propio... Quiere
It's
la
clear that you have
neutralidad
a
en todo.
what is to come.
Thank you for your concern, but I refuse to leave these cells as a fugitive. I prefer to await my trial and defend my name before the crown.
You are quite the optimist.
I am sorry if I've ruined your plans. I intend to meet with the Queen. I must take back Riverspring and keep that traitor Valar from getting his hands on it. To do that, my name must be cleared. Otherwise, how can I plead my case before the Queen?
Cleared? You've killed gold cloaks, my friend.
Who has accused me? One of Valar's soldiers? Then it will be my word against his.
De Valar y
I
pone una
see. It
interrogación.
may not go as smoothly as you imagine. Believe me when I tell you that it will be several more weeks before your trial. In the meantime, Zavala will have wed your sister.
What do you suggest, Lord Varys?
I can get you an audience with the Queen. Today, if you wish it.
I doubt that a fugitive would be allowed to approach her, much less speak to her.
You only knew Cersei Lannister as a naive young princess, dear.
Sí, es muy
Since
puta,
her
eh.
marriage, she has become a strong-willed queen with a burning ambition, well-versed in intrigue. She has been filling the court with her creatures for years now.
So?
Thus, the virtue she prizes above all else is loyalty, which she rewards generously. That is how Zavala moved up in court, and therein, paradoxically, lies your opportunity. Swear blind allegiance to the Queen, become her devoted servant, and she will give you what you desire.
Una noche de sexo
And you
salvaje.
believe that Valar will just sit there and allow me to thwart his ambitions?
Oh, I doubt that very much. It is quite likely that he will strike back at you eventually. But in
Exactamente.
front of the Queen, he won't dare to use force. Of course, he will try to remind her of her commitments, but she has never been capable of the same loyalty that she demands of her men. Impress her, make yourself more desirable than your rival, and you will win.
Realmente Valar es que es un puto bruto, por eso es por lo que no le gusta. Este hombre prefiere tratar con gente más civilizada. Le parece mucho mejor idea.
You're right. It could very well work. You give good advice when it's in your best interests, Lord Varys.
Claro.
How do you plan on getting me out of here?
As you may imagine, I have no desire to be seen in the company of a fugitive when I go back up. You'll have to manage on your own. Here is the key to your cell. Once I've left, you will leave and head towards the guard room. You will find the guard asleep at his post. I'll wager that he was served a particularly strong glass of wine.
Very well. And the others? Surely the king's prisons are not guarded by just one drunk man.
Don't worry. In the very depths of the Red Keep, there are paths known only to ghosts and spiders.
No, este es bastante escurridizo, así que dudo mucho que este
Are you
sea
saying
así.
that the throne room can be accessed through secret passages without being seen by anyone?
Indeed. When the Red Keep was built, King Maegor the Cruel
Cruel.
made certain that the fortress walls were all connected by a vast network of
Es
secret
verdad.
passages.
Hijo de
These
puta, cómo molaba
passages
ese
allowed
tío.
his spies to see and hear everything that occurred in every room in the keep. It is said that Maegor had every man who worked on its construction executed in
Madre
order
mía.
to keep the passages secret.
Apparently that was not enough.
Indeed. But don't forget, Lord Sarwick, it is my duty to stay informed. I am the only one who knows all of its entrances and the full extent of its meanders.
Por ahora. Ahora lo sé yo. Bueno, ahora no, pero...
Pass by the row of cells across from yours. Look for the one with the flagstone on the floor bearing the sigil of the Targaryen dragon. It is a passage towards the tunnels. Past that point, be on your guard.
Very well. But do not expect my gratitude. I'm sure that helping me serves your plans.
I will await you at the end of the passage to give you access to the throne room, where you will meet the Queen. Good luck, Lord Alistair, and I will see you soon.
Venga, hasta luego, eunuco. Y lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Espero que hayáis disfrutado muchísimo de este capítulo. En el siguiente capítulo supongo que saldremos, cogeremos nuestras cosas. Exactamente. Cogeremos nuestras cosas y nos iremos a ver a Cersei. Así que nada, recordad que sonreír es gratis, así que aprovechad de ello. Un fuerte abrazo y hasta el siguiente capítulo. ¡Adiós!